Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ladies, you know what? This is kind of a follow-up to follow his actions. A lot of times, y'all get played. Y'all get dogged because y'all just didn't ask the question. You know? Because, I always use the example of being a side piece. A lot of times, women suspect they might be a side piece, but they're afraid to ask. Why? Because they were lonely. They were lonely. They wanted that guy, but they notice, right? One, they can never go to visit him, right? They can never just pop out of the blue to visit that guy. Now, other than a general respect thing to call first, if that guy really feeling you, he'd be like, oh yeah, you can come. He'll tell you can come by anytime, right? But if he know he gonna deal with some other woman or something, or he at least want the freedom to do so, or you more than a friends with benefits, oh no, you call him first. But if he really feeling you, he might even hand you a key if he feeling you, and you're like, hey, whenever you want to come over, because he don't got nothing to hide, right? But see, you get some women in that situation, they don't really ask the question, well, how come I'm not spending time with him on this day? Or how come he can never spend time or don't like to talk on like Wednesdays and Thursdays? He with his other woman, right? But a lot of times women, y'all suspect this, but y'all don't ask the question, right? Y'all don't ask the question. And then when you end up getting dogs, you act funny, but actually it is funny. A lot of dudes will probably tell you if you actually ask, but some dudes are like, you know what? If she ain't gonna ask me, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, right? Because most men ain't gonna just be a chatterbox. In fact, I'll tell any man, if she don't ask, they don't have to tell her. And some men they ain't gonna just tell you, and they might have something, they might have something going on, but if you ain't gonna ask them about it. Don't be afraid to, because ladies, think about it like this. And, I share this to help the good women from getting dogged, right? I don't want y'all getting a bunch of baggage, because then you're no good for a good man, right? But don't be, you dealing with that dog or that player or something, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just ask straight up what's up. Just ask him. It's up to him to tell you, I'm not going to tell you, or not to answer or lie, whatever. But at least say, oh, you know what? I asked. And if you follow my last video, you're paying attention to his actions anyway. But don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask, what is this relationship? Right? And I've told some women I've dealt with, I was like, man, you're just a friend with benefits. Right? But see, I think a lot of women are afraid of somebody just being honest with them. Say, I'll be honest. Whatever it is, I'm going to say what it is. Right? And you got other men like that. But see, a lot of women want to pretend something else. They want to pretend, too many of y'all want to pretend like you got a boyfriend, right? So you ain't going to ask, well, what is this? And except for maybe that first date, you ain't never seen the outside of his place, or you might not have seen his place. That's something else too. And you ain't really asking, how come he ain't really have you over? Right, you know there's something going on, but see, so many women are so you want that guy, or you tired of being alone or something, but you ain't gonna ask the questions, right? Like I've known women, they've known they had a feeling their guys were cheating, but they would never. It was two things: they would either never ask the question, or they would never put themselves in a position where they could actually get caught. Yeah, there's a story I heard about that, but that's like one of those things too close to home. I can't talk about that one because I could have somebody in my face and stuff like, damn, Ron, why'd you tell that? It would cause I could probably cause some family breakups with some of the shit I know, right? I could probably if I put that shit out. But you can't be afraid to act, because you know what? It's ultimately your shit. Like if anything go wrong, or say, okay, like say in a side piece scenario, say you the side piece, but you don't know for sure that you the side piece. And you might think, oh, okay, I'm not gonna really confront him on it, because if I confront him on it, you know, I could lose him. And you know, I want it you thinking you want him so much that you willing to put up with some of the stuff. But see, here's the problem. You don't ask the question. Dude married to some street woman who got some like crazy ass butch lesbian cousins who will fuck your ass up. And because you didn't ask the question, all of a sudden you out somewhere and you got some women cutting your face up with a razor blade or something. Because remember, it's not about the guy. You don't know who else around them. Some women willing to kill for their guys. Shoot, that's some game my grandmother taught me. She said they would do that, you know. If a woman fooling around, they don't necessarily go after the guy. They might go after the woman. You be the one in trouble because you didn't ask the questions. So you need to know for your own safety. You need to know, because you just never know. Seriously. And honestly, any guys, because I know I got guys listening, y'all need to ask. You need to ask. But women, since this is women's channel, don't be afraid to ask the tough questions. But you might have to take that L. You might have to just... Now, if you ask the question, he honest with you, he say he got whoever or this woman, that's on you. But don't put yourself in a position where you're not asking the question. Or you can get messed up because you didn't ask the questions or something. Right? Because one of the greatest lies any player could do is just one of omission. And I admit it straight up. When I was really out there, I just didn't tell a lot of information. But if somebody asked me, I was like, yeah. But I've noticed, and one thing I've noticed this in personal relationships. A lot of women they avoid asking a question that they might not like the answer to. They avoid that question, but you know what? You got to. You have to. You trying to keep yourself safe for your own safety. You know, if I meet a woman, whenever I meet women, well, I ask them right away what's up with them. Because there's been times when I learned this when I was younger. You know, you talking to a woman and then she neglected to mention she got a boyfriend. All of a sudden, some dude in your face. I've had that happen a couple times. And I just look at them and be like, dude, she neglected to mention she was with you. Like one dude, it was a funny story. This one woman, young girl, went out with, right? You were real young. All we did, like after the date, was just kiss, right? And then all of a sudden, I got a phone call from some dude, right? He said, "What you doing, kissing my girl and stuff?" And I was like, well, two things, bro. One, she was kissing back, so she wasn't complaining anything. Two, y'all trying to run a game on me because how'd you get my phone number? So I was like, all right, there's something going on there. But, you know, with that lesson, you know, I'd be like, all right, who you messing with? So we holding hands doing anything. Shit, I remember I met a real fine woman a while ago. Well, I mean, she was fine and we just clicked, right? We just clicked, talking and everything. Just, you know, out and about, met her. She didn't have a ring on. But I was like, okay, she fine and everything. Let me ask that question. I said, is there a mister? I said it just like that. And she was like, yeah. I was like, all right. Hey, you know what? We had a great conversation. It's cool. It's a nice day. Because I was not going to be stupid. Like try to get a phone number or anything. Because, you know, she didn't do anything, give any indication or anything that she might have had somebody. And I might be messing around, call, or, you know, somebody got my number or something, or reading her text or something. And all of a sudden, I'm somewhere and the dude came up. I actually seen a video of that. Some woman was out with some other man. Her man came up and beat the hell out of her, while the other guy just walked off. So ask yourself, hey, you doing it for your own safety. Ask questions, ladies. You know what? You might have to be by yourself a while. You know, you might not be able to get that tall dude you really want. But you keeping yourself safe, all right? So remember. Anyway, y'all, that's it for today. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.